How you doing, guys? Andrew again. Thought I'd give you just a little quick run through down on the hive. I'm going to show you kind of how it's getting on, how it's kind of changed since my last video. But what I'm doing today, actually, the main thing is I'm giving them a feed. You don't have to do this. What normally happens is beekeepers, they will take off a portion of the honey and then they'll feed them through the year or through the winter. But I don't really want to do it because what you're feeding them is sugar and water. Literally, bag of sugar mixed with the same quantity of water, a litre to a kilo. And it's grand, it suffices, I suppose, but the way I'm looking at it is the natural honey that they would normally eat during the winter is going to be far, far better than actually just sugar and water, because the natural honey would have a lot more proteins, things like that in it. So what I do, literally, is one of these. It needs to be cleaned out a little bit. It's called a feeder. So on the inside we have a hole. I'll sit that in a hole on top of the hive. This will sit on that, and then you fill all around the edges with sugar and water. And what they'll do is they'll come up this hole, out this, down the side, and drink the sugar and water. You'd be surprised, like, one of these will hold, this one holds 2 litres, I think it is, and one of these will actually, they could empty that. The last time I fed them, they emptied it in 3 days, I think it was, so it's crazy how quickly it'll go down. So, but literally all I'm going to do is sit on top of the hive. I'm going to put what we call super. Super is normally what you put on and you put your smaller frames, and that's where you collect your honey. I'm going to put a super with no frames at all and a crown board underneath. I'll show you what that is later once I'm doing it. I'll sit that on the hole in the crown board, and then the super will sit out here, and then the roof will go on again. But yeah, it's literally sugar and water. That's what I'm going to be doing for them. I do give them this. It's called Hive Alive. Literally all it is blended seaweed. That's literally all of it. Just pure blended seaweed. And what it does is it encourages them the queen to lay more. So you get, they'd claim 89% more population, but no, I don't believe in it. But they do. She lays a lot more. She lays healthier, I suppose, and it's got a lot of nutrients for them as well. So they'll feed off that during the winter. But yeah, I'll be back with you in 2 minutes. I'm just gonna get my suit on and all that, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, guys. So what we're doing here now is this is the feeder we've got here. If you take a look here, that's literally just filled with the sugar syrup, and then that's the entrance part in the centre. So it'll come up the centre of it, and then down around the sides of this jug, drink it, back down. So we're going to place that on the crown board. So we're just going to go in and give them a bit of a smoke in here. Roof off. The crown board. So this is what the feeder will actually sit on, is one of these holes here on the crown board. You can see there, but I just want to take a look at these guys first. Getting on, have they filled out much more? So they haven't filled out a huge amount more yet, but that's not a problem because we're going to give them a feed anyway. And we're just going to check then underneath the super, this being the super where you're usually collecting your honey. And that's a nice little colony we've got going there now. What they're actually doing is they're drawing from the honeycomb centre up in the centre here, and they're going to come up through and then into them frames hopefully. But we'll see now soon.
So it's a good amount of bees. They're not too aggressive. There's a couple of crossbreeds we have, but that was from when the hive swarmed and changed over. But all in all, I'm happy to see that. It's a nice bit of brace comb there that might need to go, but that's not an issue right now. So yeah guys, we're going to put the frames back on. And of course, I had to put it on the wrong way, didn't I? Then a little trick I was just shown. So the super is going to sit on top, or the feeder is going to sit on top of the crown board, which is on the ground there. But first, I'm just going to take the sugar off. Just dust it into the frames, because they will then smell up and come up more, and hopefully build onto all these frames. So I'm just going to take one or two out that they haven't done at all. So this frame, as you can see, they haven't touched that frame at all. And we just spray it on, and hopefully they'll then go to it. But you can see, if you just come close here, that bee's already starting to drink it. They absolutely go mad for it, so they do. Why? I don't know, but I suppose it's what they're out searching for. I'm going to leave one frame at the end just as a little experiment to see if they'll go near that frame before the rest of them. So then we have our ground board, where you can actually see they've built a load of brace comb. That's not an issue, we don't really need to address that right now. That sits on. If you look on the bottom of the feeder, you'll see where I've actually put the crown board on before, the shape that's made out, but that's the hole they'll go up through. So make sure it's in line. You can very easily do this by just popping out the center. Looking down, that's not exactly in line yet. Get that little guy out. Lid on. Top on. And then we just put an extra super on. Just because otherwise the roof would actually crush that feeder. Once that's on, lid back on, and then probably in about 3 days you'll have that feeder emptied. Or they, I suppose. There you go guys, see you later.